Voices carry journeys from quiet homes to crowded streets. Worlds unfolding in a conversation, an educational podcast, a circle of minds learning from each other. Aphamazwi ethathibana khona aphivelaphi zethu zibalisa amabali indawo yokwabelana ngezimvo ngehlabathi. Asifaya podcast imikhali ikhuzulwa ngumahle sive ngicela umfo wasemamfeleni olisa ohlathi ojambase imfene zimabutho ahlutana ukuthola kwelanga. Asifaya podcast.
Everybody, welcome to the Asvaya podcast. Yes, welcome back. We haven't been in a studio in a while. This is the first episode we shoot ever since we coming back from Sentin. So we're gonna have this episode differently than the ones that we had before. So next to me, it's not the guest, it's the friend of the show, a very significant member in this whole team of Asvaya Media and podcasting space. And of course, I'm not alone. I'm with Spicho Makaveli. And on this, we'll be reflecting on the podcast, the Asvaya Sentin Tour. In Mpumalanga, we will be reflecting on that, and we'll also be talking about some of the things that have been going on and some of the things that are actually sitting in our heart. We'll be having just an organic conversation. So it's not formal like those interview that we normally have with the guest. So this one is just, a conversation with the gents. How you guys feeling?
We are good, my brother. Hi guys, welcome back. We are here again, as you can see. It's happening, guys. We are happy to be back. It's been a while.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are watching us from.
Yeah.
Because we have viewers from all over the world. Ne?
Yes.
So
Yes, we're
welcome back, guys. We're sounding like we've been away and we've been dropping this episode. So Asvaya podcast. You can get us on YouTube. Please, guys, subscribe, like, and comment and interact there. And
Definitely. Let's be a community.
Yeah.
Let's not just be people that will watch. Let's be a community. We'll really appreciate you guys. Of course, subscribing and all that. And I want to tell you that when we went to Sentin, we shot so many episodes that when was the last time we were in a studio, Makaveli? In March.
Yeah, in March.
Yeah, March.
Mm.
This is like first time touching being behind the mic after that period.
Yeah.
Whole 2 months.
2 months, ne? How was the break, my brother?
It was for me. It was okay. It was okay because we worked, man. We worked.
Ne?
We did work, and then we had to balance again.
Yeah.
Life, work balance. We had to sort out some things.
Yeah.
Besides podcasting and things like that. But
Yeah.
the nice thing, we didn't leave our audience with nothing. So
Yeah. In fact, speaking of that, we even gave them more. We even gave them more. So if you've been a subscriber, you will know that there's a new show now on the platform, Bloomcast. Yes, guys, that's a gift of saying thank you for subscribing. Please check out the young ones, Bloomcast. Hey, it's making waves, eh? Hey, I'm at 2000.
One day, I saw it.
First episode,
Numbers.
bro. On like first episode on one of the shows, they got million views.
Yes.
You know, and people are so much excited with that. And that's what we are. We'll be giving you best content. We'll improve here and there. And just make sure that you subscribe so that we keep the lights on. If you have a tip, for us, you can just send it. There's a poster there you will see on Facebook and TikTok where we have banking details and emails if you want to contact us for business and for other purposes. Yeah, we're growing as the platform, and I'm really grateful. I want to say thank you before we start, my brothers, Makaveli and you, Stimrate, because we did this tour successfully.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm.
And speaking of the tour, let's just go into that. How was the tour for you? I'll start here. Yeah, how was the tour for you?
The tour was amazing, man. Like, ish, we don't talk, man. You know, like these days, men don't talk. So
Yeah.
it was a very grateful and a gift of life, man. Because I managed to speak with my brother, speech, like all the time. You are in the bag, so we are communicating.
I
Until
was driven, guys.
Mpumalanga, man. Like
Even,
first time communicating, man. Normally when I'm driving, I'm always silent, bro. Wow, but this one I didn't even see the road. I didn't see the distance, bro. Like it was grateful, man. Yeah, and I'm glad that I met my brother, and it's happening, man. Like what I cannot tell. God is good, man.
And the funny part, we met on for the first time on that day, that morning.
Yeah.
And started with the drama. Out of flow.
Do we have to go there?
Yeah, we are next morning.
First day, and then like the cops, the white ones, they're chasing us. My wife keeps in the robot. Guys, if you know Blom, sighting a Second Avenue when you're driving there, like me, so why will you stop at the robot? Because they will pump at you, like Batwani Day from Second Avenue. You understand? So, and also it's not safe, my boy. So now, each and every time when it's late, I'm not stopping at the robot because I don't want to be hijacked. I have a trauma. You remember? I don't want such.
So you're promoting reckless driving.
I'm not promoting, bro. But
What are you saying?
What I'm trying to say, be safe. If you see like there's no any car behind your back, just don't stop. Go.
Polite way of putting.
Because K53 says observe and go. So I did observe. So
you were not
endangering
any.
Yeah, I was not endangering anyone. I was not drunk because they felt like we are drunk. That's when they get there, they saw like, man, these guys are sober. And then we had to stop at the garage there. So it was a movie.
For context of someone who doesn't know Bloemfontein, we're driving. We left very early, ne? 4 a.m.
Yeah,
from Bloem to Mpumalanga. So we're using Stimray's car, and then he came and fetched. He started with CV, and then came to my place and fetched me, and then we went. We had to fuel up the vehicle and things like that. So now, my brother decided to go to a filling station that's in downtown,
bro.
Whereas the filling station is on the freeway. But for the background again, I didn't know Umchita. I only knew CV. So Amachita picked me up sharp. I'm ready. We go back to downtown. And okay, sharp. On our way there, we're passing this Second Avenues, guys, spots that it's an area full of clubs and nightclubs. And then on our way to downtown, we all know whether we are in Joburg, the only downtown that's safe here in South Africa, it's Cape Town. Yeah, because it's in Cape Town there are cameras everywhere, and in town CBD Cape Town is the safest in our country, speaking the truth. So now, so even myself, when I'm driving in downtown in those early hours or late night hours, we just observe. That's how people drive. You observe when you get into an intersection, and then if it's safe, you drive by. You don't stop even when the robot is red. So what happened on that fateful morning? We were driving as Umchita is driving like anyone else. Yeah. And then we skipped 2 or 3. Yeah. But safely so, as you were saying, observing and passing. And then only to find these police officials.
Were those white guys, right?
Yeah, police officials. Does the color of them matter?
I mean, I think it does.
Because if it was blacks, they were not going to fight us.
I think it matters.
The guys were doing their job, guys. Whether they are black or white, those officials, they were doing their job, making sure that the country and the society is safe, and then the road users are safe.
I hear you.
Pedestrians and other road users.
And thanks guys for not asking cold drink, okay? Because I think I want to emphasize the color thing. Thank you for not asking for cold drink, for any money. They just pardoned us, you know?
Are you sure they didn't ask for cold drink?
Yeah, they didn't ask for cold drink.
But they were looking for it.
Did they ask a cold drink now?
Are you sure they didn't ask for cold drink?
They
That's
didn't
what I'm
ask for
asking.
cold
Where
drink.
were you when?
I was there. I was there, Mina.
When?
Mina, I was there taking video. I was there taking a video.
Yeah, but when I'm
was
there
there.
communicating with the guy, and then he's like, I'm going to give you stop sign fine. It's like
Fine for-
like 1.5. Like I was like, where is have you ever had like stop sign 1.5, bro? And then he was like, man, but we can talk.
Yeah.
And then not already I was in my mood, good, nah, bro. If you are coming with that thing, you're like a throw for drink. I was not safe. And then you guys are not always there. You understand? And I have a drama. Like that my anger came from that. Having a drama and then someone come and say, no, you're not observing or going with the law.
Mm.
So then like if I'm going with the law, that's what happened. And if I'm not going with the law, everything's always fine. So why would I go with the law?
Okay, guys, I'm sorry if you asked for cold drink.
One thing I've picked up in that within 30
Yeah.
minutes together, I was like, Sive will leave you in trouble. Because I was the one who tried to negotiate with those guys. They
No.
were 2,
Mm.
we were 3. When content.
Nah,
After
the thing-
you went in.
The
inside
thing
the
is, I
car.
noticed that moment was not serious.
Mm.
So, those guys, they followed us from I don't know
From the second robot.
from the second robot.
Yeah.
Right? That moment was not serious. That was not a life-threatening moment or profile
when they came.
threatening moment. In fact, it was not gonna get where it gotten if we didn't respond the way we did at first.
Mm.
So these guys, they just at first, if you said, yo, I'm really sorry, my brother, I didn't see it. Yes, I was wrong and all that. But the first response from Stimrate was a defense response. So when you defend, they attack. And that's what they did. They were attacking, right? And I saw that it was not serious. Hence, I was even taking videos. I was just like there taking videos that the cops stop us. I was hoping like I'm making a vlog so that I put you here.
Okay, when did you realize, good to know now Stimrate, his response is no longer defensive? Like when did you pick that one up?
Yeah.
When?
Uguti, his response is not.
It's just changed now. from
Remember, it's
defense.
you who said, Emina, let's not make this awkward. Just ask for apology so that we go.
Mm.
That's what you said. And the distinction came right there.
Yeah.
Right? And that's when even the tone
Yeah,
of conversation
yeah.
changed. That's when I realized, which is something that we were supposed to do it earlier, but we didn't do it.
Sharp. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Instead of this one is being defensive, the driver. Where now you're taking out cameras. Me, I had to dissolve the situation.
Like I said, I was on the vlogging mode and I was hoping that we're gonna deliver a vlog for a sentient vlog. And I wanted
fewer when we have vlog.
that's why I'm
Yeah,
saying
wow.
you guys
We have
thought
to pay
like it was a
Amafine.
threatening moment.
moment.
You guys thought it was a threatening moment.
Moral
First
of-
of all, I wanna say this. And this is where I got the bottom sense of this is not threatening. The people that were stopping us were not fully in their jurisdiction. Do you understand? It's you who told me that police officers can only ask for so much
Yeah.
in regulation of how you drive,
Yeah.
trafficking, and all that. But at the same time, you treated them as if like they were traffic officers.
officers, yeah.
So I noticed, I'm like, I know these people have an extended or limited regulatory on this on this matter. So I was not on the reckless or maybe leaving you. I'm like, I just die. For me, the moment was not serious. In fact, it was nice. In fact, it was nice.
Moral
Guy
of
wants
the
me to
story.
get fined, guys.
Eh?
I'm saying this guy wants me to get a fine. Like 1.5.
Or arrested.
Hey, wow. And they were like, yeah, we are going to arrest you.
Yeah, they were
follow
threatening
us.
with arrest.
I'm telling
You?
them I'm going to work. Hence I'm feeling up now. I have to leave to go to Mpumalanga. I'm going for work. They're like, nah, bruh, follow us.
If you're too Gusive,
Yeah, that's when he realized like this thing is serious now.
Moral of the story, guys. We have people like Sive. When someone is in trouble, someone is drowning in the swimming pool
Yeah.
at the beach, we'll take out cameras. And then we'd have people like
After
Costume
taking picture,
Ray.
then they will come.
They will try to swim out of whatever wave.
Nah, guys.
And then we have lifesavers.
Yeah.
Makavi.
I thought that's where you're gonna go, right?
Exactly.
No,
I was the lifesaver.
well,
I saved the moment.
That's a defamation of character, guys. I'm not, my character is totally these guys. So this is if I mean, of course, some of the subscribers are people that know me personally, right?
Yeah.
If you know me, you will know that there are few serious things in this life that are happening around me. So, and I noticed throughout the whole tour, you guys are taking you were taking things so serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always take things light, even at school, because now I know him from primary.
Yeah.
He will always laugh at serious situations.
So,
Getting into trouble, but then the guy will be always calm, bro. Like I said,
and we will always come out in those situations. So these guys, they really take situations seriously. And Bloomcast, if you're watching, I hope you drop that. When we do the Sentin tour, don't come with that tendencies of when you take things seriously, like you steal the joy away from, because seriousness sometimes clouds your judgment.
Yeah.
I'm going to make an example. When we get to Mpumalanga, the first place we're going to sleep at.
Kanene kwabani lapha kwapalisa sisjoy uba sisman ba
Picture, you gave him a name.
curses.
Oh my. So we get to a place and I was like, bro, I was game for that place,
Aye, bro.
to be honest. But these guys, because
Aye.
of how serious they are, they're like, we're not sleeping in this place. Bro, please explain the place. we're not sleeping in that
Okay,
place.
let me explain, because I was the one at the car. So you guys went in, and then I'm trying to pack the car outside, and then I see Igunda like a red, like this big. And then I felt like, nah, maybe they're like, oh my kilwa. But yeah, man, I get trying to get you and kill it. I'm like, yeah, I can't sleep. And then I can like, I'm not. I get to get classified, and they're like, one of the places that are like,
Alex.
yeah, Alexander. Alexander. Like, vibe. Bro, like, yo.
Those guys would compete with
Alex
the Alex.
and I told him, like, bro, I'm not going to be able to sleep here. And I know, bro, I'm not one general speech for I fit. This one is not the one. And then by the time we paid, and then we are leaving, and then we are complaining after paying.
We are battle already. He's not even coming back to
Yeah,
report
I
to
don't know, everything is being paid. Yeah, we are sleeping here
They're
today.
taking
Like,
life serious and their standards. This
Yeah.
is way below.
yeah,
our
that one was big.
Guys,
Yeah.
I honestly think that was gonna be like some of the fun of the tour. Okay, let me just give a context to you guys, right? So as we were preparing for this tour, I've spoken to my uncle to accommodate us. He's got back rooms, right? So when we get there, he tells me, only when we get there, he tells me that, look, you guys are not going to be able to use these back rooms because like my son is sleeping there and there's stuff in there, you know. So he was coming up with situations that actually prevented us from sleeping there. So he's like, but I found a place for you where you guys can book. So when he took us to that place, that's where we found like the place was like it was not a desirous place to where one can say, okay, now I'm out of
Yeah, like out of bloom.
I'm out of
there.
I'm out of blue. That place was really punching below our belt, you know. So the other crazy thing, you know what that type of a place.
That one. If you are going to ask that, that's what I wanted to ask. Like Mazingena, why did they put those things there? For what?
So that place, I want to give you a context. Wherever you are, surely you know this type of place. The place like that is meant for people that are just gonna have sex. Maybe if they're coming from the groove, that's the place. The place has got on the dashboard we found condoms, right?
on the pedestal, on the bedside pedestal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Headboard.
headboard,
That's what
right?
you mean,
Oh,
yeah.
not dash on the headboard we found we found condoms. They were there, and they have these small flowers. They call artificial flowers. They were so untidy too.
Hey.
The water. We asked them like, because
Yo.
we didn't take a shower, right? We was like so hlamba phambili. And then Masfika, the first thing we ask is Amazaya cheese, and they're like, nah, we only use cold water. So
Yo.
that's how low the
that
place
moment,
was.
that's when I was like, even if like I was about to compromise,
Yeah.
but because of there's no hot water and we want to bath,
Yeah.
it's been a long journey there,
Yeah.
and then siyabuza like no, sizafaka kanimo hosbana ya lo sala ka basikomo tlhapo vai you right call.
Anyway, San Juan
Ah.
got us out, bailed us out. That's where we went, and we had fun. Shout out to San Juan. It's San Juan, right?
Yeah, San Juan.
Yeah, that's where we went, and they charged us quite, lenient in terms of money. So yeah, it bailed us out. But for me, I was trying to say, Uguti, I was willing to sleep there because. For me, it was wild. It was unsafe. I love such moments. Risk challenges, bring them on. So for these guys, they were like, "Nah, we're not sleeping here," and they took us to first class, looking like.
How I wish
place.
I had taken videos.
Yeah.
Yes, I did say that to Steam Rover. Hey,
Yeah.
Mona, the same way this guy took videos while we were
Yeah,
with the
same- yeah,
police.
nah.
This was a revenge
Yo,
moment. I will
yo.
look at what CV is booking us.
Yeah.
And then, okay, what we did, we saw the place, CV paid. It's like, yeah, we are fine. And then we got back into the car and we got back to Guapalu,
Yeah.
our first guest.
Yeah.
And then on the road, I was like, no. Uncle, me, I'm not happy with that.
Yeah.
Hi, and then
Oh,
And that was
I can-
confrontational, bro.
I was like, oh, uncle, no. We can't sleep. Like, did you see the rats there? And that place is untied. Uncle, what? Mshana, to be honest, I'm embarrassed.
But he booked for us. That's like
I'm embarrassed with that place. Korea, I'm shameful of that.
Yeah.
No, uncle, let's make a U-turn and get our money back. Sive came, but we've paid already. I was like, Sive, let's take that money.
Yeah,
Regardless
we'll
of how much
Yeah.
it is. If when you can't, I will go there and get the money. Yeah,
Because you
uncle,
know
what?
She was too kind, like, you saw that lady.
How,
Kids, aye, baba.
where was
Aye, baba.
the kids that were in GT? See, that money, even if when we got there, it's short 100 rands or
It's
200
fine.
rands, it's fine. We'll take whatever we're taking, but I'm not
yeah,
sleeping there.
yeah.
Yeah. And
But-
then Uncle was like, okay, after we took the money and things, we were driving back again to Uncle's place because we ended up having supper with Uncle.
Yeah,
We had supper, right?
No, we didn't.
We did.
we did.
Yeah,
we did,
Yeah, we had
yeah.
supper with Uncle.
Mm.
To Uncle. Bang. Makuphela babeki iBhayibheli lapho babeka lo doti.
Angelo ibonile situation na. And
You can imagine now a viewer lapha ekhaya. You're going with your uncle, the elder. You saw that
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
And that guy is a respected man in that community.
In that community.
Yeah, he's a businessman. And you saw the first. We had 3 episodes. Ne?
Yeah. We had 3 parts.
Yeah, 3 parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it was one
Yeah,
long
one
episode,
long
but
shot.
which was divided into 3. And he was like, I always hear Uguti, there's Mamang's guest
Yeah,
house there. So
yeah,
I thought
yeah.
maybe it would be fun. But I've never been there. But
Mm.
I was like, Uncle, we are not associating you with that place. But
Mm.
yeah, we understand and things like that. But yeah, no, Uncle.
no, it's no.
But it was crazy, man. The sort of when we get to San Juan, it was good, clean, what we expected,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know, what should I call it? It's like the brainwash when we get to Sentin, right?
Yeah.
And we find out like the place is so dope. Like
Yeah.
our studio in Sentin, so dope. That was amazing. And I want to ask as well, closing up this, which interview stood out for you out of all the interviews that we shot?
Well, before we go,
Yeah.
we're still okay. I feel like I need to say my
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
And I'm on the road and the trip and what.
Okay, yeah, please go for it.
Ungivaleli ngapha.
Ghost can relate, eh?
Never.
Can relate.
Nam Bafetu, yeah. Meeting you for the first time after you Mr. Vlogger passed out. By the time we left Bloom, before you even reach
Yo.
Velcom,
Go
passed out to us.
Ish.
Fast asleep and
Hey, guys.
what happened? Excitement.
No, being driven, it comes with being driven. That's why I love being driven. So
Taking the
you
back seat.
you do your thing and you're like, okay, I'm done, and now you just
Sleep.
so
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I trust he's driving. But after certain, I stopped. Continue.
What happened at St.
Continue. I don't want to take that away
Yeah.
from you.
Okay, sharp.
Yeah.
So getting to know Umchita, it was nice, man. We spoke. Yeah. By the time we get to Joburg, like he said, we couldn't feel the road, the drive, and which is something I enjoyed a lot. I felt like I know him for a very
Yeah.
long time. Yeah. When we got there, we were conversating
Yeah.
about things that
Connection.
affecting us as men, affecting us as males, and from family. We spoke about everything, like, and we could get each other,
And
and things like
relate.
that. So it was a nice.
So that's the
drive.
moment that stood out for you.
Yeah. From the
I heard
logistics.
you talking, guys, though. Like in my sleep, pieces. Yeah, I would sleep and wake up maybe after an hour. They still talking. Sleep.
You are driving. The road is so long. So if you are not communicating, so
And he spoke about a lot of things. You know?
We
Yeah.
spoke, man. We
Because I
spoke
would wake up
man
like,
to man.
Yeah, it's a flow.
Big brother to young brother. About citizens. Here we spoke about.
bro, I would sleep and I wake up. Umshato. I wake up. Ingoma. Like he spoke about a lot of things. Yeah. But I'm glad.
Politics.
Politics, yeah.
Business.
Yeah. That was amazing. Anything else? Anything else that stood out for you? For me, Rosebank. It was my first time seeing Rosebank.
Also nice.
Yeah, it was. It's amazing. It gave me chills.
Okay.
That such place. Okay, I know Cape Town is beautiful, right? But there's something about Rosebank. It's beautiful the way it is, like those lights, how they put on those lights, and it's crowded with black people, so it makes you feel like I belong. You know, in Cape Town, sometimes such places you might find like it's mixture or it's diversity. You know. So I love Rosebank and that moment where we're going to buy our meal for the day. I love that moment. It was amazing.
Sentence City, bro. For
Yeah,
me,
so-
Sentence City.
Yeah.
For me, it's Sentence City. Like just step in Sentence, then you see how people live. Because when we went to buy food, me and Speech, bro, you can tell when we enter there, I'm a celebrity. They are here, like that life. You want to belong there. Like it pushes you about how to think, and so for me, it was inspiration.
Ne?
Or like just step in there and people they will feel like, hey, now we are related. Like, cause like how do I need and feel about like if you from
Sure,
understand?
sure.
Like penetrating, bro.
The people that you normally see on TV, on
Yeah.
screens now, getting into contact with them
Yeah.
live and okay. No, nah, okay. Nah, that's what Joburg gives me actually. Now when I lack inspiration and things like that, I just go to Josie, pay a visit there or a weekend and what I know I'll get back inspired because at Josie, the pace is fast as you are comparing it with Cape Town.
Yeah.
The Cape Town is chilled and relaxed, you know you are safe. But at Josie, Sandton side it's safe, Rosebank, the north side it's safe, but still we have to keep up with the pace. You might park at I always make that example. You park there at the robot with your M4, and then the next thing who's park a young
Oh,
one.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with a Porsche or
Oh.
a Maserati, would be like Black Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
and
still
whacked.
playing. Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
playing now.
I'm
Like,
still
nah.
playing. Yeah,
And it's
so-
not like
Even
it's
if-
not even competition. It's
No,
like inspiration. you know.
exactly.
Even where our studio is, right there. Did you see the cars there?
See when
Yeah.
we stop inside the basement.
Yeah.
That's
When you
what-
enter, like that's when I even took the video, and each and every time, bro, like I'm always going reflecting to that view, like stepping in, and then you see someone who's at your age, like driving such, living
Yeah.
to where, like
Yeah.
when we only booked. I'm like pushes you to push, man.
It
I
is
don't want to
possible.
lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives you that oomph, which,
Spirit.
the spirit, which anything is possible. That's the nice thing. And again, our fellow black people and
Yeah.
different cultures and different you get them at your
Exactly. Yeah.
and Cape Town, listen even to the convo. When you listen now, man, these people are not speaking any of our languages. Oh, okay, they are from Europe, or they are from Asia and things like that. So, Sentin, Rosebank, Joburg is more relatable.
Yeah,
It's more
exactly.
relatable.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying as well. And I think it's unlike Bloom, and I think that was like something that we didn't like. We're not used to it. Bloom, like rich people in Bloom, mostly are old people. Like when you get in places like at Joburg, you find like your peers are really killing it. And in the morning, I think in the morning as you guys were preparing breakfast, I went by the balcony. So I think that was the Monday morning. Bro, like the life that you would see in movies where someone is like dressing up, it's like this is a CEO and all that. I would see those guys driving their beautiful cars and going work. Well, I'm not a 9 to 5 person, but it made it so beautiful to see like corporate guys doing that, you know. So it was amazing. I loved the whole thing. It was quite inspirational for me. Yeah.
And the brotherhood, one of the biggest highlight I picked up,
Right?
Yeah.
amongst the three of us, which is something I urge everyone. Like even if you have your siblings or your friends or whatnot, just book yourself a road trip, guys. Smallanyana road trip, book a chalet.
Yeah.
Don't book Guamadibus.
yeah, that one I will never go there.
Two or three major things. Make sure accommodation is booked, is paid for.
Yeah.
And secondly, logistics, transport, the car that you're gonna use, it's a reliable transport.
reliable
Yeah.
transport. Yeah.
And then a budget for food, booze, and many more.
Yeah.
Just so that you guys go to that trip in one piece and come back in one piece.
Yeah.
Unit. Yeah, because these things happen. People go on a road trip,
Unprepared.
Bali 4 or 5. When they're coming back, someone takes a taxi, someone is
Sure.
Yeah. So it's even if we are girls or guys or any for team building, let's say
Sure.
it that way, because
That's what it is, right?
This trip
Yeah.
was more of a team building.
That's what it
for
is.
us.
Yeah.
We
Because we have different personalities
Yeah.
as well. I mean, some things had gone south. All of some things had gone south, but such things is guys. It was so amazing. Some things have just like it's team building. Whatever that you said. So I liked it, and you're such a great cook, bro. You're such a great cook. The breakfast you prepared for us, it was amazing because I remember before going to bed, I was like, I'm gonna wake up early and prepare us breakfast. And but Speech of Machiavelli ended up preparing breakfast. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I was
That's good. It's
Ne?
good. It's good.
I know.
cooking.
Aye. We should take this one into
We are-
places.
we are- we are-
Give me that thing of the world.
We are safe. We are safe. We are safe. When we are going to
Let's guess.
let's guess.
Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto,
So Toronto is
Canada.
good. Yeah. So meaning we are safe. We are safe. You will be the one who's saving us.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Nah, it's amazing. Yeah. You really showed us like we can live as gents,
men,
you know? Yeah, we can live as gents. And he kept emphasizing Uguti, women should know Uguti we are able
Yeah,
to
we can do these things.
Yeah,
That's
but-
Jawaz
yes,
Kuzenze.
Jawaz Kuzenze. It was
Yeah.
amazing. Anyway, what interview stood out for you?
Let's support.
Lesego, right? Yeah, what was about it?
Let's support.
I know, Fred. Mboko's gonna watch this thing.
I want to fit now.
But you can do your thing. I mean, we're not at work now.
Okay, no, like other people has been like, okay, what stood me is like how she thinks. You understand? Like, guys, why are you laughing? James, relax.
You know why I'm laughing. You know why I'm laughing.
Chillax.
Okay.
Okay,
Go for it.
why are you laughing, my boy?
Sive is asking you a question. When you're trying to answer,
And then
he's
it's
trying
getting-
to stop you.
Yeah, it's getting in with another question.
Yeah,
Fit.
damn. Sive, you ask the question.
Okay.
Let the
Okay.
gentleman
I'm
answer.
sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
The interview
señorita.
started for me. It was for the sake of me, to see how she thinks and also the experience that she went through and
Mm.
how she view life at this stage and how she makes things.
Mm.
Abo. So it's something that I'm always looking forward to. Abo, kuti, like, if you're running a company, man, about how to do things.
Mm.
Mm.
Well, if you ask me, like, if you had asked me to guess what was your favorite interview, that's what I would have guessed. Of course, of course, that interview stood out for
Ah, it
you.
was- it
Edu Machiavelli.
Coach.
Yeah.
I wanted to
Cause-
hear it from you.
Yeah,
bro.
because of
Yeah.
I saw how he was blending in with coach, like the questions, the
Mm,
interview being you saw what he
He killed
got
it, right?
Ah, you got it, bro.
Mm.
Like he went in, like he was prepared for it. Like, so I will tell him, coach.
Yeah.
And then when
For me, it was Issa. I feel like that interview
Yeah.
was so much like it had a lot of content,
Mm.
and to be honest, I had taken for granted before it just
Mm.
happened. Right? I thought that it's gonna be a casual interview, things that I've heard before.
Mm.
But the man is so wealthy in the knowledge of music. You know, he made me feel like you know, when you're listening to those managers that manages artists on TV or like that, when he was sitting next to me, I was like, I can't believe this is actually happening. And it was challenging because I don't understand like the music science, right? So he was putting it so simple, simplifying things, and also like bringing it closer to, because I know here in Bloemfontein and in other places as well, there are people that want to do music. They've been struggling for their breakthrough, and others ended up actually giving up.
Yeah.
The man just like the man's resilience, you know, and also to put his errors as a scenario for those who want to learn. When he was scammed the 30,000, I like the question you ask him. The what you call this?
The
chart, you know. So for me, that was truly educational. You know, I loved it. It was interesting for me.
Okay, I felt like you're going to say the one that you are crying at.
Yeah, nah. Okay, no comment.
But yeah, without
that
taking
one.
anything away from the other interviews and
Yeah.
things
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, but each and every guest and
Yeah.
every interview, there were gems, there were
Yeah,
parts whereby we won and loved. And so I'd like to throw back the question from all those interviews, maybe like summary or what you took out of from maybe Umalume,
Yeah.
in Mpumalanga.
Umalume, it was resilience, and making sure that you're always pursuing your dreams and never littling yourself. Like, I'm not like that. That's the Okuti. I'm not
I'm a manager.
I'm a manager.
Yeah.
You see, like subconscious, like about like that, which is one needs. If like believe in something that you're doing, maybe let's say you believe in business, you believe it at school, so you know, like I'm a CEO, I'm a principal, or I'm a what. So that thing is encouraging like each and every day, whether you are in flaws or you are excelling, keeping the mindset with like I'm not there yet. I have to be in this position.
Yeah.
So for Malume, it was that, and then for
You can just give like the whole summary because going to this all these
because
guests,
on
like,
manje amagama like
Yeah.
and stuff. So but most of them like they had portion that I've learned, like even when I was sitting there, like kukuthi ubone ukuthi like how other people think, man. It says a lot. Ukuthi, like
Yeah.
these people they can actually like go China, like we're not going to like it's impossible for someone like from South Africa to go to a different world, like learn and meet with different people and see how they view things. And also in terms of like when he was talking about the clean energy part, which is what the government has been emphasizing, trying to do. Yeah, let's say
Going green.
Going green and like
energy.
so it's like challenging the whole world with ideas, and then making sure that you pursue those, and then look how he's turning for her. Because even now, like the story, like how they started with the cousin or sister wake,
Auntie
wake, like I wonder how things started. Man, like hey man, everyone has the story to tell, but you should always listen. Yeah.
Well, for me, the entire summary of the whole episode, it gave me like a perspective that young people elsewhere are actually working so hard, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're not just talking. And these people most of the people that we're interviewing are not people that are in the public eye.
Yeah.
These are just people that like they keep putting in the work, you know. And I think what's beautiful about Joburg in parallel with these interviews, or maybe Gauteng, is that I noticed that the hard work we put here in Bloemfontein as young people is the least when it gets to that side.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so you because did you hear what she said? What Albakwe said. She said, like, you so hardworking. I know you to be a very hardworking. But when I get there, I'm like, Joe, I'm not doing so much. You know, the imposter syndrome. I'm like, there's still more that we have to do, you know? And looking many people around here, and even in other provinces when I visit, the people that are saying like, I'm so hardworking, I think compared to that level that I see, we still just stretching the surface. So for me, it was inspirational in that manner that young people are actually putting in the work. I mean, in the world where you hear things like South Africans are lazy, when you meet those South Africans, the whole idea shifts. You know, because these people are holding like integral parts of like economic activities in their areas, in their provinces. You know what I mean? I mean, did you hear like when you interviewed Coach, she said he's something of Gauteng and Lesego as well. She said she's something of entrepreneurial in Joburg. And when we were in Mpumalanga, Uncle is part of the body that sort of manages the whole area. You know, Mpumi is working for the biggest media house in Gauteng. So all these like Isa went to school with these people, and the information that he has, you understand? So for me, it was inspirational. And like summing this down, the hard work that I'm thinking, I think I'm actually doing, I can put more. There's space for more. You know, their progress is so amplified.
And then I just want to put this because of he was like, where you are, people don't actually recognize the more that you're putting it. But then there's always someone on the other side who's looking at you, whether you guys are interacting or not. But then he's watching and he's inspired by what you are doing. So for that, I'm always emphasizing those ways. Like I can say what but somewhere, there's someone who's watching me and I'm inspiring the person, so I can't give up now. I hear you. Get what I'm saying? So with those ways forward, now I really need to work for like I see you, I see the hard work that you're pushing to make sure that this education it goes out. But then more thing, it seems like people don't recognize, understand? But once you are recognized by those people outside there, it says a lot. Understand? And it's also keeping you to pushing, man. Yeah, so keep on pushing.
And I'm glad they recognize in Bloomcast because that one was recognized. And you know, I felt like, although I felt like, because they said, oh, like some of the comments were saying, oh, we have a podcast in Bloom, like as if it's the first podcast,
first
you know.
podcast.
So, but it changed the whole thing. And for you, Machiavelli?
Yeah, what? Yeah, it will sound like we're repeating
Broken
the same thing
record.
over and over.
Yeah.
But too. yeah, people ever say Joburg and Senting, it's like they know they are competing with the whole world. Unlike
Oh,
Tina
yeah.
Upper.
Yeah.
Tina Upper, we acting like we're competing with Bloom or
Market.
Free State and
Mm,
whatnot.
mm.
And that mindset is also
Killing us.
They have make the same example within Mamelodi Sundowns. It's like, how many times did they win the league?
But
8 times. So they didn't have any competition. They would buy players from South America and whatnot to beef up their team. Their bigger picture, their bigger goal was CAF and FIFA Club World Cup. So it's like that comparison between us here and them over there. They know Gucci. The entire Africa is descending down to Joburg, to South Africa to compete. And one of your guests said Joburg or in New York is the Joburg of
South Africa.
Sure.
yeah, well, that comparison. So that's what I loved about being there. And again, there's money in every business and in every industry when you take the time and chance to study
For sure.
that field.
Yeah.
Go and
Master
get this
it.
money. You can, in recycling and waste collection and whatnot, there are billionaires or millionaires out of that industry. In music business, in music industry, there are people at the limelight, but there are people at the back. who are
And it seems like
making a
we've got
killing.
the ones at the back, right?
You see, yeah. And then with authors, Aubak, it's one of my favorite actually. Nayo.
Yeah.
Second favorite, if I may put it in that way. But yeah, the gems. And another thing, we had other conversations off camera, with those guests.
Yeah.
with those
Yeah.
people. So yeah.
But we were respected as well, eh? We were received with respect. Nevertheless, that we're coming from Bloemfontein. We were received with respect when we get that side. They took us serious, eh?
I think the reason is because we take ourselves serious.
Yeah, it's very important for you to take yourself serious so that others they will see that you are serious. Because check when we arrived there, the guy that who like it was a moment whereby like a white will give you his picky. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
Gents, you can use this. It's both are mine. Ever since you guys are here for this, how long are you going to be here? Like, no, you can use mine.
Or the parking lot.
You see. And then after that, it was a question to him because of the last day when I went down, I met with him. And then he was like, guys, what are you guys doing?
Exactly. Curiosity.
He wants to know what are we doing. How can you come to Senti? What are you doing?
And we ended up getting a business.
We end up getting a business.
Yeah.
Now when we're going there, he's there. And then because of we took ourselves serious, and then that guy recognized like the potential. Like I want to sit down and speak about properties in the bigger pitch because like there are companies, the one that is like billionaire in that side. Senti.
Sure.
And then he's managing such. So imagine like I want to like send like now I'm reflecting back to Nompumelelo thing when he was like you have 500
the quota.
the quota
Yeah.
team, bro.
Investors between,
you never get invested quotas. You have to come and then see.
And people didn't understand that. But I think the whole context of what Mpumi was saying when she said, if you go and buy a quota, you won't get an investor. And when you go to in Sentin, she was talking about network.
Yeah.
The relationships that you can get to form.